I would never doubt you, Dutch. You always said revenge is a luxury we can't afford.
Top 10 video game main
I
characters.
have nothing more to hide.
You know, you can pretty much live 1,000 lifetimes in the shoes of different gaming characters, which is also why so many people are so committed to the gaming space. But there's always that one specific character that seems to transcend the boundaries of gaming, becoming an irreplaceable icon in pop culture as a whole. Heck, these are probably characters that even non-gamers know about. Number 10, Master Chief. Alright, let me ask you a question. Who here hasn't heard of Halo? Show of hands. No? Well, who here hasn't heard Mjolnir, the main soundtrack from Halo 2? Show of hands. If there's even one person raising their hand, I'm disappointed. But also excited for you. Go listen to Mjolnir, it's amazing. In any case, Master Chief is the iconic gaming badass centered around one of the most popular series in all of gaming, Halo. Our guy is plastered head to toe with his iconic power armor, and he's got several boomsticks he's just itching to try on the Covenant, or his fellow Spartans, or pretty much anyone that gets in his way. Seriously though, listen to Mjolnir. Number 9, Kratos. Kratos is an absolute guttural spectacle. What Kratos touches, he destroys. And what Kratos destroys, he yells at. A lot. Similar to Master Chief, this is a Spartan that pretty much cannot be killed. When he was manipulated into murdering his family by Ares, the god of war from Greek mythos, Kratos ascended to godhood and decided that all gods should pay. So the entire Greek pantheon was practically erased during the first games. But he wasn't done though. He then decided it was a good time to head on over to the Norse side of things, because there was still a pantheon over there he could wipe out of the face of the planet. No biggie. Of course, I'm glazing over quite a lot of things, but that's the gist of it. Number 8, Solid Snake. Next is the iconic loner who claims that he's no hero. However, anyone who's had the absolute pleasure of playing the Metal Gear series will know that Solid Snake is the very definition of one. Snake is so different from the typical one-man army character we've known from countless other games. Sure, you can use the man to take out entire enemy installations and nuclear-equipped walking battle tanks, but there was always a sense of vulnerability to Snake. Most people fell in love with the character during the PlayStation era through the masterpiece Metal Gear Solid 1. I honestly envy the people who haven't gotten the chance to play as Snake yet. What I wouldn't give to experience it all again for the first time. Number 7, Lara Croft. Now we're getting to some of the more iconic characters on this list, starting with the very embodiment of girl power in gaming, Lara Croft. The cool thing about Lara is that she never loses her feminine touch as she jumps, rolls, and wields her pistols akimbo in the original Tomb Raider series. She was cool enough that she got her very own movie, courtesy of Angelina Jolie. As if that wasn't enough, the leading lady of gaming got a 2013 reboot that pretty much revitalized everything Lara Croft. There was so much buzz around the game that it even got its own trilogy. If you're looking for a badass lady that's remained a fixture in the gaming pantheon for as long as she's existed, Lara Croft is your gal. Also, was I the only one who was freaked out by Lara's butler in Tomb Raider 2? He sounded like a zombie, so I would lure him into the freezer and leave him there whenever I would explore Lara's home. Number 6, Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, this one's going to be a tough nut to crack, because Sonic the Hedgehog has had an incredibly strange journey, all things considered. First and foremost, every single person knows who Sonic is. DeviantArt made sure of that. Sonic is well known for his incredible games, as his Sega debut really put the so-called blast processing to the test. Of course, while Sonic's had some absolute masterpieces, the 2006 game for the PS3 turned Sonic into a living meme. It was so awful that it went full circle and became cool again. Now we have more Sonic games than I can count. Seriously, I could spend hours talking about this anthropomorphic sensation, so I'm just gonna move things along. Number 5, the Doom Guy. Now, this is an iconic character in gaming, so synonymous with demon slaying that the demons refer to this FPS juggernaut as none other than the Doom Slayer, or Doom Guy, take your pick. Most of you probably know the Slayer from 2016's Doom and its 2020 follow-up, Doom Eternal. However, the Doom Guy has had a storied history. In fact, without the original Doom from the 90s, the FPS genre would never have been the same. All of your favorite first-person shooters over the years owe its overall success to Doom. If you want to let yourself loose and go on the ultimate demon-slaying spree, feel free to boot up any Doom game. Each and every iteration oozes with quality, and the impact Doom has had on the world of gaming can never be understated. Number 4, Pikachu. While the original Pokemon games didn't mean for Pikachu to become the face of the franchise, the anime pretty much guaranteed it would happen. As such, kids begged their parents to let them buy the Game Boy games so they could have their own adventures with Pikachu. And man, what an adventure that was. I can still remember the first time I played Pokemon Yellow. I chose that because it was the only game at the time that allowed Pikachu to follow you around within the overworld. Heck, I have a Pikachu figure I keep with me for luck. The little guy's my lucky charm, and he's kept me company since I was a kid. Pokemon's impact on the world was utter insanity in the early 2000s. If ever you were too young to really experience it, the Pikachu hype train was a global phenomenon in every sense of the word, and for some, still is today. Number 3, Gordon Freeman. Let me introduce arguably one of the most popular silent protagonists of all time. Just like when Doom was released and revolutionized the world of first-person shooters, it can be argued that Half-Life's release in 1998 took it to the next level. The game could do no wrong, and somehow the silent protagonist, Gordon Freeman, was practically worshipped as a result. I mean, the dude didn't say a single word because he was meant to be a representation of the player. That's a rather unorthodox recipe for a video game icon. Yet somehow, against all odds, everyone was mesmerized by this crowbar-wielding, puzzle-solving scientist. You've gotta wonder what goes through his head sometimes. Number 2, Link. Now, the reason why I said arguably one of the most popular silent protagonists when it comes to Gordon Freeman was because there's another video game character that hasn't said a word, yet is somehow known the world over. Of course, I'm talking about Zelda. Just kidding, it's Link. I know the character's name is Link, I'm no casual. Link is the protagonist of what is perhaps one of the most iconic video game series of all time, Zelda. All I really have to say is Zelda, and people already know what I'm talking about. While Nintendo has many mascots, Link is right up there with the best and most beloved, and for good reason. Number 1, Mario. You already knew this one, didn't you? This chubby Italian plumber has jumped his way into the hearts of millions. Wait, billions? Honestly, I can't tell anymore. Everyone knows Mario. When an angry parent is telling their kid to stop playing their Nintendo, there is always a 50% chance they'd tell them to stop playing one of the Mario games. There honestly doesn't need to be a description for this. Mario is gaming. The introduction of the Nintendo Entertainment System, known as the Famicom in Japan, blew the minds of early gamers everywhere because of Mario. And he's still somehow blowing everyone's minds today with an absolutely staggering number of highly polished games. There's no denying that these video game characters have transcended the media they first appeared on, but I'm curious to read about what you guys have to say on the matter. If you've got any suggestions for me, don't forget to leave a comment. Game on, people!